Okay, round two of ab exercises in a little short session. I'm still gonna go for a minute long in the video, but you can always shorten the time frame. This workout is abs focused, but it's definitely gonna integrate a little bit more of my back muscles because that's part of the core complex, the core itself. And so it'll start out with that. We're gonna go straight for a plank right at the beginning. I'll start my timer, 15 seconds, just getting myself into position. So for me, plank, I'll do just like elbows down. If you ever want to know the distance from the elbows, you can grab at each arm here and then spread down, and that's generally your shoulder width. So up here, if I'm planking, if I want to make this more interesting, a little bit of a focus on like bringing belly button into spine. So a little bit of that curl is definitely much better than anything that starts to sag. Just be aware of generally lengthening through the crown of the head and the heels and holding solid belly button to spine, no extra V. And so sometimes it is pretty nice to have a mirror to look at. I'm just looking at you. I can't see what I'm doing. Hopefully it looks all right. We're already at 30 seconds here. If you also want to add more here, you could add a little bit of a twist, or you can start to do shrugs. Once again, belly button to spine. These things do make it slightly harder, but they also distract you from the pain, which is not a bad technique. We're under 10 seconds. 5, 3, and break. So rotating right through, it'll be side planking now. Just keeping that momentum going. This definitely pay attention to shoulder over elbow as you set up so you're not creeping back. I tend to do that. It's a bit of a cheater move. Don't want to do that. So coming in here, stacking the legs can work, arm up or elbow up. If that feels hard to balance, just spread the legs into a slight tier like this. For this, you're definitely trying to pull really nice up and tight into those obliques again. And to add a little bit more, a nice twist down could be added in there. Or if you really want to get into the complex twist and an extra lift, because we often slowly sag over time. I kind of rotate through all of those depending on what starts to hurt a lot. I start to take a break and just hold static, or what we call isometric, just holding in one place. You can decide. When I have my arms straight, I can do a full pass through, which I also kind of like. It kind of exaggerates the roll. I am getting both obliques and some shoulder strengthening. We're under 10 seconds. 3 seconds, whoop, there we go. I stacked my feet, lost my balance, and break. All right. I'll rotate. I don't know if looking at my back is helpful or not. Okay. How to do the other side. It'd be very imbalanced if I didn't. So maybe I'll start with the rotations this time. Subtle thing, but following through my hand makes me have to work a lot more on balance and stacking those feet, which if you're trying to add to your stability around your spine, could be really great. I have a very close friend, amazing athlete, that ended up with a little bit of a bulging disc problem, and that was very humbling to both witness for me and for that person. I would love to keep my back really strong. So things like this really help. That's part of the benefit of core and ab workouts. Once again, I just also like being able to get a workout done super quick. Doing 2 sets of these. Whew, okay, under 10 seconds. Pulsing. 2, 1, break. Okay. Okay, classic one coming up here. This one, it's not the same as a V-up. I don't know what it is, like a half crunch up. I really don't know what it's called. All I know is I had to do it a lot back in the day. And it's a great way to just do a solid crunch. If you want to keep this one a little bit more moderate, just keeping your hands straight in front of you and crunching would be helpful, because once you lever out to here, you're just adding more pull in the actual core, which is kind of what I think about. I'm trying to create this stability right at that central point, all the way out into the extension of the arms. and the legs. And of course, you can always speed it up if you want. I would say some of these do exaggerate the pull into those hip flexors. So if you're already running with really tight hip flexors, you might not want to do extra long extensions. Great. 10 seconds. Gotta love it. It reminds me of gymnastics practice. Okay, and 0. Whew. It's going fast. Okay, last round. One more thing for core work. It's been a pretty oblique focused one, which I like. So the next thing is the Russian twist. It'd be great to have something in my hand if I want to exaggerate this work. Now you could plant your feet if this is already really tiring for you and not have anything in your hand, or you can lift them like I started and start to hold. I don't know if it's just a water bottle, whatever kind of weight you have at your disposal. I suppose I could grab my rocks. I tend to have a lot of rocks around, and then add a twist that way. Let's see. Oh, like that. Cool. And then you can always increase the weight in your twist to make it more difficult. Cool. This would be another one. If you do feel it starting to pull into the hip flexors, then you could drop the feet and really just focus on the core and the stability versus raising. Okay, under 10 seconds. And 2, 1. Woo. All right, same thing as last time if you want. Minute and a half break and then go back through another cycle repeating the same exercises, and you've got your 10-minute ab workout. Cool, see you later.